What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, and Alexander Usyk. Get this. Usyk's promoter states that Tyson Fury is next if he is mentally and physically strong enough. Wow. The promoter of a still reigning unified heavyweight champion, Alexander Usyk, believes the ball is now in Tyson Fury's court. Ukraine's Usyk successfully defended his titles against London's Anthony Joshua, and he beat him, winning by split decision. Immediately after the conclusion of the fight, Usyk called out Tyson Fury, the WBC titleist, who recently claimed he was now retired, although many in the industry have taken his pronouncements with nothing more than a grain of salt. He said, "I'm sure that Tyson Fury is not retired," Usyk said. I'm convinced he wants to fight. I want to fight him. And if I'm not fighting Tyson Fury, of course we know he's not fighting at all. Okay. Let's see. Usyk said, "It was amazing. I still keep living it. That was something absolutely extraordinary. The 9th round was so tough. And in the 10th round, wow, what an amazing performance. You don't see it once a year, maybe once in a decade or once in a century. Guys like AJ, such a huge heart, such a huge personality. He gave it is his all. He left 100% of it in the ring. Usyk went through hell." Usyk said, "Usyk went through hell." He said, "I don't know how to say this word in English so it doesn't sound rude, but let's say disgusting, probably," Usyk said. And that was that's what referring to the scorecards. Okay. Him talking about, this really didn't explain anything about Tyson Fury and his mental or physical state. That's what I thought that he was going to say. But I will say this, it's definitely a bluff, a tune-up. When Usyk said, well, let's see if he's mentally and physically strong enough. Okay, we know Tyson Fury has certain types of issues with it, with mentally, right? He's expressed it. He does seminars about it. I think he wrote a book, talking about, explaining some of it. But then he said physically. So what Usyk is saying is Tyson Fury may not be in physical shape to even keep up with Alexander Usyk. And I think that is probably one of Tyson Fury's worst challenges in fighting Usyk. Because I think Tyson's smart enough to fight someone like Usyk instead of try to outbox him. If he feels that he can't outbox him, he always has another option, and he knows how to adapt. So I think that would be the thing. See, and he would decide to fight. But the problem is with fighting, that takes more energy. It takes more energy. You use more of yourself fighting a boxer versus boxing. Boxing, you have time to breathe properly, and it's all about how much you can retain versus how much can you fork out. With Tyson, though, based on what Usyk's promoter said, or manager, right? I think it's promoter. He said that, that's his way of saying, I don't think that he can keep up with him. I don't think that he's mentally or physically ready. So not only is he talking about his mentality, he's talking about his physicality. He's talking about, man, maybe he ain't even ready to deal with somebody that tough like Usyk, because if Usyk can go and survive round 9 like he did, because Usyk was hurt. Don't get it twisted. Usyk was busted up, and I think most of the punches and the absorption of the swells and stuff was done in the 9th round, because Joshua hit him with a lot of artillery. He hit him with about 3 or 4 right hands. He hit him with a left hook, a couple left hooks, with a couple uppercuts. They didn't really land as flush, okay? But because Usyk hit him with a left hook, and that was, whoa, that hit him, caught him off guard. But they're oozing with confidence right now. You know what I mean? And that's the manager's way, or team Usyk's way of saying, maybe Tyson Fury might not take this fight because he might not even be up for it. And that's the thing about having those type of disabilities and knowing what a person has. But I believe Tyson Fury can. I believe that he will, because I don't see him not fighting Usyk now. You know what I mean? Especially based on the performance that Usyk put on against Joshua. I don't see that happening. Because not only Usyk showed that he's a good boxer, Usyk shows he knows how to turn it up when he needs to. See, if he wouldn't have got attacked like that in round 9, I don't think Usyk would have attacked Joshua like that in round 10. But he instinctively knew, I gotta show this guy, and I gotta show everyone that not only that I can box, I can fight, and I can get with Anthony Joshua, just like he got with me in the 9th round. So I have to repay the favor. You know, you have to answer these shots and these onslaughts. You know, that's why I think, and I do agree with one of my idols, Roy Jones, because he said that the Usyk fight taking on Tyson would be a boring fight. I don't think it would be boring at all. I think it would be a magnificent fight, because Tyson Fury is going to try his best to keep Alexander Usyk at bay, and he's going to have hell doing that. Okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the management of Usyk saying they don't know if Tyson Fury's mentally ready or physically ready for Alexander Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!